Well, it would be great if we could see into the future to help manage our money. We'd all be rich, right? Of course, that's not the case. We're going to try to hit a home run with our finances anyway. Eric Peterson with Peterson Financial Group is here with how we can use some hindsight to help better make our decisions now. Thanks so much for joining us and bringing props.
Sure, people tend to connect with props, right? They like to say, hey, I understand that.
Yes.
And so I brought 3 different styles of balls. Since baseball season is now in full swing, everyone's kind of got baseball fever. We talk about as you go through life, there's different stages too of your retirement. And so most kids, their first interaction with playing the game is using this thing called a wiffle ball, right?
Right.
And the wiffle ball's kind of fun. You can, if you watch YouTube, guys can really make it zig and zag and all that kind of stuff. But if you're standing in the batter's box and they throw the wiffle ball and it hits you, it doesn't hurt too much, right? And if you do connect with it and do hit it with a bat, it's not going to go that far, right? But when you're first kind of learning to invest, that kind of thing, you're putting a little bit in and it doesn't really make a big difference. But then when you start to really put money in, when you're 30s and 40s and that kind of stuff, now you graduate up to this one.
Okay, the baseball.
That's the baseball, and this is
Okay.
a hard ball, right? But also, when you connect with it, it goes the farthest. So in your accumulation years, you're standing in the batter's box with this. Now, if you get hit with it, it does hurt, like a 2008, 2009 scenario. Depending on your age, you should probably stay in there, right? And maybe maybe connect with the bat on the next pitch, and then you can hit that home run and maybe have a big amount. But then you're going to graduate as you get older to a softball.
Okay.
Now, even though they say it's soft, it still hurts if you get hit with it.
I have a bruise. Yes, I can attest to that.
Most people do. But what we talk about here is when you get hit with it, it doesn't hurt as bad. And if you hit it, it's not going to go as far as this would when you hit it. So the analogy is that you should have a more well-rounded portfolio, maybe a little larger you have at that point, but also something that's not going to hurt as much if bad things happen to you. So that's why I brought in the 3 different balls, so the 3 different stages in life.
So this is more when you're maybe 50s, 60s,
Correct.
getting ready to retire or even retiring.
Correct. And so if you get hit with the baseball in your 40s, it hurts, it's going to sting, but it's not the end of the world. You need to still stay in there, take the next pitch, and see if you can knock it out. By the way, I looked up the fastest pitch on each one of these.
Oh, okay.
So the fastest pitch with the wiffle ball, how fast do you think they were able to throw that?
I don't know, 30 miles per hour?
97 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. That's
Someone's able to throw that, 97 miles an hour.
Okay.
Now, the softball, you've seen those, the collegiate, 77 miles an hour.
Okay.
But how fast do you think this one ever went?
I should know this, but like 100 something, right?
105.
105, okay,
Yes,
wow.
so imagine getting hit with a 105-mile-an-hour fastball.
I don't want to, no.
No, that would hurt. But 97 on this, I think, would still sting.
That would hurt too, I think.
The thing is, as you get older, you want to diversify, just like the ball analogy, well-rounded portfolio. It's not going to go as far in a good market, but it's not going to hurt as much if you get hit.
Okay. Now, who's your baseball team? Who do you cheer for? Being from San
Since
Diego.
I grew up in San Diego, the Padres.
That's what I was going to guess. Okay.
They did pretty well last year. Yes.
Wow. So is that kind of too like baseball predicting, winning season? Even if you have their roster and their stats, sometimes you can't know who's going to win.
Correct. Now they can look at it on all the baseball is a very statistic-driven type of a sport, and yes, you can say statistically they should win, but there's outstanding factors, right? There's weather involved. There's the home crowd, which you can kind of rally behind, and the people are sometimes hot, right? They have a hot bat or they have an off night pitching, so the intangibles you can't take into consideration.
Similar to finances a bit,
Correct.
huh?
Correct.
Okay.
And so the whole thing about finances is you need, in my opinion, is you need a coach to coach you through those dry spells, if you have, like baseball players have, or just have a plan and someone to coach you through these difficult times, which we are experiencing right now. But keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on retirement, and understand that this too shall pass.
Okay, thanks, Coach. High five. Way to go. Well, if you have any questions, you can call Peterson Financial Group at 515-226-1500 or visit them online at askericpeterson.com. You can also follow Peterson Financial Group on Facebook and Twitter.